Hello and welcome on www.thepapare.com, Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub. A very good afternoon to all the viewers who are joining across the globe on Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub, www.thepapare.com. We are here at another important fixture of the Papare Football Championship 2019, the third quarter-final of the championship. St. Joseph's College, the defending champions, will be taking on St. Henry's College all the way from Jaffna. We're coming to you live from the Beddagana football complex here, and this is a very important fixture as we will see the fate of the defending champions and whether they will go on to qualify onto the semi-finals and the finals, and whether they will be able to defend their trophy in the second edition of the Papare Football Championship 2019. Quick look at the team cards of St. Joseph's College. Colombo, Sachintaka Pereira, Kavinde Rupasinghe, Dumidu Dulshan, Sachit Satsara, Chalana Pramanta, Jonathan Thomas, Isita Fernando, Shanal Suryage, Shanal Sandesh, Irusha Ruanka, and filling that final slot in the team card, wearing the number 30 jersey, Tharusha Rashmika, coached by Aruna Sampat. We'll also take a look at the visitors, St. Henry's College, Pakinathan Rexon, Tevadas, Ajit Rajan, S. Sutash Selvan, K. Satushan, Emil Ruben, Amaleshwaran, Arul, Jugin Rudmanathan, Mativanan, Bridgenold, Jetas, Jalakshan, and I. Irutavasis, and Maria Nation Prasant, wearing the number 2 jersey, filling that final slot of the team card. St. Henry's College coming here all the way from Jaffna. We have another quarter-final today, which is happening at St. Patrick's College ground in Jaffna. That's St. Patrick's taking on Al-Aqsa College in Kenya. So from today, the semi-finalists will be decided. Already St. Peter's College and St. Peter's College have booked the semi-final slot after they went on to beat Jaffna Central 6-4 in the first quarter-final here in the same venue at Beddagana Football Complex. And yesterday, Zaira College went on to beat Demaston College 3-0 at Kalania Football Complex. So they've also qualified for the semi-final. So Zaira College, together with St. Peter's College, have already booked the first 2 slots of the semi-final list. And today, either St. Joseph's College, St. Henry's, or St. Patrick's or Al-Aqsa College in Kenya can book the remaining 2 slots of the semi-final list of the Papare Football Championship 2019, as we're all set to commence this important game. The final team huddle for St. Henry's, and we have 3 Jaffna schools in this quarter-final stage. That was one important thing that we've been talking about throughout. St. Henry's College Jaffna, St. Patrick's College Jaffna, and Jaffna Central have already bid farewell to the tournament as St. Peter's College went on to defeat them. And yesterday, Demaston College also bid farewell to the tournament as Zaira College went on to defeat them. So today, 2 Jaffna schools taking on Al-Aqsa College and St. Joseph's College, the defending champions. We will see at the end of 90 minutes who are the worthy winners to qualify for the semi-final stage. Joining with me in commentary is Navod Vijayavikrama. Good afternoon, Navod.
Good afternoon, Lelum. Yes, indeed. St. Joseph's College, of course, will have the momentum with them. They needed to win their last 2 matches to qualify for the knockout stage, and they did so away from home. And that was one against Jaffna Central College up in Jaffna, and the other against Kingswood College in Kandy. In their first 2 games, they lost to Gampala Zaira College 2-1 and 1-0 actually, and 1-2, and drew against Royal College, and that didn't look good for them, but they've done the hard task of winning their 2 away games to book their place in the quarterfinal stage. While for St. Henry's College, they were leading their group up until that final game week, where they lost to St. Peter's College.
Yes, St. Henry's College with the ball. Just as Nawad mentioned, the defending champions, Joes, they have momentum with us. St. Joseph's College intercepts. Clears things off onto their attacking half. goal kick opportunity for St. Henry's College. We saw a dominant Zahira side yesterday, completely drowning the Mason College Kandana 3-0. 2 goals inside the first 20 minutes, and the third goal coming in the 87th minute, completely taking the Mason College away.
Well, looking at the stats, St. Joseph's College, they won 2, drew 1 and lost 1 with 7 points. They topped Group A ahead of Jaffna Central College, while St. Henry's College, they were equal on points and wins, draws and losses against St. Peter's College, but on goal difference they had to settle for second place.
Here's St. Henry's College in attack. St. Joseph's College have already got on to a very fast-paced game. They'll be attacking more. They have the momentum as well. And that was one thing that we clearly understood as we took a look at the past stats. They've been a formidable side, and one of those sides that had a clear vision in making sure that they defend their championship and own this title for the second consecutive time as well. So today is the most important game. You lose this, that's it for the Josephians. The first corner opportunity of the game. St. Henry's will fancy it. They would want to get some early goals in and exert that pressure onto the opposition. In comes the ball, a very high ball into the box. Falls in between everyone, but St. Joseph's College clears things away, but the rebound ball from St. Henry is not on target. So first real opportunity for St. Henry's in the game inside the 4th minute. Not really executed as planned. It fell right in the middle of a circle of players, and everybody was just hustling to the ball, couldn't get a clear path to have a shot at goal. A quick throw in by the Joes onto the right side of the box. St. Henry's defense once again clearing things off.
I think that what's important, even though both sides have a few Sri Lanka under-19 players, is the momentum and the psychological fact, isn't it, Lelum? Because St. Joseph's, they lost their first two. They only got 1 point out of the 6 from their first 2 games, but they needed to win their last 2, and they won it away from home. So that's a huge psychological boost, and the momentum is with them. While for St. Henry's College, they lost their last game against St. Peter's College after leading 1-0 for more than 70 minutes to lose that game 3-1 on this ground as well. So another psychological factor there. So all in all, I think St. Joseph's will be favourites, but you can never know. Parkenathan Rexon, the skipper of St. Henry's College, is Sri Lanka under-19 centre-back, while Senal Sandesh, one of the highest goal scorers of the tournament, wearing the number 7 jersey with 5. All 5 of his goals came in the last 2 games for them. So he has come into the party, and he was also Sri Lanka under-19 vice captain as well, captain as well.
Speaking about psychological matters, I think the best example is St. Peter's. The way they played their final 2 games, coming back and scoring more than 4 goals in the final 10 minutes in both the games, and how things can change at any given time. St. Peter's went on to beat Jaffna Central College inside the final 10 minutes, and anybody who would have watched that match from the start would have come to the conclusion that Jaffna Central would place themselves in the semi-finals, but Sri Lankan cap Shaki Razunia really turned things around. So yes, psychological factors matter, and with the stats of Rexon and Shanal Sandesh, who's representing either of the schools, anything could happen at the end of 90 minutes. Chance here for St. Joseph's College. Goes on to the right side of the post. So one corner for St. Henry's and one free kick for the Josephians. In the halfway mark, anybody to grab Josephians? Their first touch on that position. Sends it back and brings it up front. The short and quick passes, that's what Zahira College did yesterday. They were a brilliant ball playing side. Teased the defense and hit the gap. Onto the right side, outside the box. Chance for St. Joseph's College, and very well defended there by the visitors. Knew exactly when to clear things off. Didn't give any space at all. It was a good pass there onto the right wing. Corner kick opportunity inside the 8 minute for the Josephians. A good ball, but unfortunately falls into no man's land. Once again, it's a 2 versus 1 ploy for Josephians to beat. Two defenders were right at him. So it'll be back-to-back opportunities after that free kick. 2 corner opportunities for the Josephians to score an early goal. And if they can execute this in perfection, be what they wanted. Opportunity here for the Josephians. But once again, brilliantly defended and cleared by St. Henry's College boys. It was a good ball that fell right into the middle of the box. But unfortunately, just couldn't beat that defensive line, who covered the space right in front of goal. So the Jaffna lads have survived the attack. Here's Joes once more. 3 defenders circling around him. Manages to beat him onto the left side of the box. Comes in the through ball. Here's an opportunity, and that's the first goal for the defending champions. Beautifully executed. That's Shanal Sandesh, who was wearing the number 7 jersey, the man that we were talking about, the player to look out for. Drawing first blood here.
A cool and calm finish from the former Sri Lanka under-19 skipper. He had to shoot that ball on the turn. As you can see, a good ball in from Chalana Pramantha. Ball bouncing in front of the goalkeeper. Fumbling it onto the path of Shanal Sandesh, who was cool enough to shoot on the turn.
They had 3 opportunities back to back, and the third offensive position is what they capitalized on. So early goal here for St. Joseph's College. Now pressure right back on the Jaffna lads.
Well, we were talking about momentum, and certainly the momentum has paid off in the first 10 minutes of this game. St. Joseph's leading 1-0, courtesy of a mistake from Tevadas Sajit Rajan, who fumbled that ball off across from Charan Pramantha onto the path of Shanal Sandesh, who takes his tally up to 6 goals in this tournament. All 6 of his goals have come in the last 3 games. A hat-trick against Kingswood College in the last match, 2 against Jaffna Central, and 1 here with 80 minutes to go.
With that, he'll be the leading goal scorer up to now of this championship, the ThePapare Football Championship 2019. Yesterday, it was Avishka Deshan who had 5 goals. It was equalized by Mohammad Akib, who went on to score a goal yesterday. And now here's Shanal Sandesh adding 1 more onto his list and topping that goal scorers list. Josefians got on to a beautiful start. They were playing an up-paced game. Always in the attack. Another chance here. Cleared away by the defense this time. Here's good passing. The short and quick passes Chance once again. But this time the goalkeeper makes sure that he collects it cleanly. So he's been put into test for more than a couple of times by the Josephian attack. Look how quickly they are recovering and building possession once again in the attacking half. Now this is what's important. Chenal sends it away into the middle lane. They've got men everywhere, making sure the defense is running all over. They're drawing the defense up front and creating that gap. Beautifully executed by the Josephians. St. Henry's have hardly had time to come and carry on with the attack, but here they've managed to gain territory and possession, but the defense has been solid. Throw-in opportunity for the Josephians. They will fancy more possession now. Inside the first 12 minutes, almost 90% of possession was with St. Joseph's College in the attacking half. They were making sure that they don't go with the sloppy passes. They didn't opt for any shots at any bad time. Once again from the left side comes the cross, but unfortunately there was nobody in the middle to get that final touch. Now from the edge of the box on the right side, moved on to the left, inside, in the middle, cleared away by the defense. This is really good football played by the Josephians, teasing the defenders, keeping on the attack. St. Henry's College desperately trying to build momentum onto the other side. They've been put to defense. They've been tested so much. It's been a ding-dong battle inside their own half for St. Henry's. Now in the opposition half, well, still luck is not on their side. Beats the defender, moves on to the edge of the box. He's got two men posing pressure on him, and they succeed. It'll be a corner opportunity for St. Henry's. A brilliant opportunity at a time like this to score that equalizer. They had one opportunity earlier just before St. Joseph's College went on to score that first goal, but that particular opportunity was not brought into full value. Here's a chance to score that equalizer and open the game once more. Comes the ball, very poorly executed, should have been better, just rolls on to the other side. Gave away that set piece very cheaply.
Well, playing against St. Peter's College, I think St. Henry's would have had the much needed practice playing on this artificial surface here at the Beddagana football complex. So ideally they should have settled in by now. But St. Joseph's College, much like St. Peter's, looking to keep possession. Passing around the back.
St. Henry's would have settled onto the surface, but I think they didn't expect the Josephians to get on with such an up-paced game. I think that clearly took them by surprise and dismantled their defense completely. The goalkeeper collects it on the second attempt, bounces off his head, and
here's Shanal Sandesh going past two. Tackled well. Here's the shot by Kavinder Rupasinghe. This time Ajit Rajan collects it well. It was straight at him. It was good work from Shanal Sandesh to keep the pace. and keep his balance even under 2 tackles. And good of the referee to play advantage. Looks like a blood injury for Kavin the Rupa Singha. A slight hold up in play.
A quick reminder about March Madness 2020 on ThePapare.com. It will start off with the Isipatra Thurston big match happening in the last week of February, and together with it the Royal Thomi and the Jaffna big match, and many more happening in line, in parallel with the most anticipated Schools Rugby League 2020. So the one-stop shop to catch all the updates, live streams, videos, highlights, articles, photos, you name it, everything. Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub, www.thepapare.com. Gear up with us to experience March Madness 2020.
Well, a heart in the mouth moment on that occasion. Ball just bouncing off the crossbar. Kavin the Rupa Singha comes back onto the field.
You can't write St. Henry's off the game. They've got all the stamina and fitness stored inside them. There is, at any given moment, they can also up the pace and shift the gears. It's just that they need to build the momentum, and that's what currently they are not able to do, because St. Joseph's College is fancying much possession, and they've been put to defense. That's the thing that they need to overturn and build momentum. A couple of possessions for them will certainly help them to get back into those dancing shoes and probably go on to score a goal, score an equalizer. There's an entire half with so much time remaining in this half as well. So the game is still open for anybody to take home, and definitely the Josephians will be looking to score another goal and make the challenge a bit tougher. Should be the case from their end.
Well, we'll have a water break. 1 minute water break called for by the referee.
The highlights up until the first water break. Inside the first 20 minutes, it was Shanal Sandesh who scored the first goal for the Josephians. Started off well, an up-paced game, enjoying much possession. Here's the replay of the goal. The kick came in from the left side, and Sandesh, taking 180-degree turn, completely took the goalkeeper by surprise, and a powerful shot at goal brings the first goal for St. Joseph's College inside the first 20 minutes, as the players are currently having a 1 minute water break as per the new rules. And the Papare Football Championship 2019, it's the third quarter final. If you're just joining us live from anywhere around the globe, the defending champions Josephians are taking on St. Henry's College from Jaffna. We have another quarter final being played in Jaffna. St. Patrick's College, they are taking on Al-Aqsa College in Kenya. We will update you about the scores in a while and what's the situation up there. And the two quarterfinals that ended, St. Peter's College went on to beat Jaffna Central in the first quarterfinal 6-4, while the second quarterfinal ended in favor of Zahira College yesterday at Kalania Football Complex, as they went on to beat Demaston College 3-0. So St. Peter's and Zahira, they've booked their slots in the semi-final stage. The other two schools will be decided by today evening. Here's once again in defense St. Henry's College. Shanal Sandesh chasing that ball from the halfway mark, but it's the defense that wins it at the end. was a good chase, good try. Now this is what creates the pressure in the field and makes those defenders commit those unforced errors, which will be capitalized in the end by the Colombo lads. This type of play certainly makes it tough for the defenders with the hot and humid conditions at play as well. And given that this surface is artificially laid surface, so the heat will be a factor till the sun goes down. The ball comes in for the corner opportunity. Shot at goal is not as powerful as it should have been.
Another corner. This time on the other end. Kavinda Rupasinghe will take it. Not the best of deliveries.
So last time they had back-to-back corner opportunities. The third possession ended up them scoring the first goal. And here they are building up the momentum right after the two corner opportunities. It's a third possession at a go, at a stretch for Josephians. They are on to the right side. And this time deflected off the hands of the goalkeeper. Doesn't fall through, but the rebound ball is good. It's inside the box. It's a chance for the Josephians. But the defense beats them. Good positioning by the defense at the last moment, clearing things off. Intercepted halfway. Their fancy possession, still thirsty of that second goal.
Desperate tackling from the lads from Jaffna. And every time St. Joseph's has the ball, they look like scoring another. Sachin Pereira not at all happy with how that throw-in was taken and dealt with, barking out instructions, the skipper. St. Joseph's, of course, the defending champions of the ThePapare Football Championship, the All-Ireland Under-20 Schools Football Championship, as well as the three-time champions here, St. Henry's. And brilliant tackle coming in from Shenal Suryage.
It was after some time St. Henry's fancied our position in their attacking half, and that is also been cut off by Suryage, who was wearing the number 20 jersey for the Colombo 10 boys. And now the Jaffna lads will have to build possession from their own half, be it how fast with the defense already settled down in their positions. What St. Henry's need to do, they also need to play that fast-paced game of football. Here's St. Joseph's College overturning things once again, creating that threat for St. Henry's onto the right side, but the defense cuts it off. How crucial was that earlier position for St. Henry's, because now it's right near the box and it's an opportunity if they create one. St. Joseph's College sends it into the middle, but headed away, still living dangerous. It's on the edge of the box on the left side, but the ball just rolls over, doesn't have the legs. Goal kick opportunity here, a short one taken. The long range effort passing the halfway mark, puts it up front, but beats a defender here. Opportunity here for St. Henry's. Inside the box, take the shot at goal. But the goalkeeper dashing up front, sliding effort from him. Make sure that he keeps the scoreboard intact at 0. Doesn't give a chance for St. Henry's to score that equalizer, but a very good opportunity created by St. Henry's. Now these are good signs for Jeffton lads. This is what we need to see more. Despite the heavy attack from the opposition, the visitors, they also need to keep it going. In comes the corner opportunity. Not the best of the kicks. Fell really short, but they will retain possession here. Going past 2 defenders. St. Joseph's College once again overturning and putting it up front for their attack. Good challenge by St. Henry's as well. They've not yet given up. There's good signs of play from both the sides. Here's the long range effort put up front onto the left side. Opportunity here once again. The ball needs to cross through into the middle, but the defense is tight. Misses on that occasion, sends it back up front, and once again challenged by the defense. So good passage of play by both the sides. Given the caliber of football that the Josephians are currently showcasing, St. Henry's is also trying to match up. That's good sign, certainly not giving up and trying to play that fast-paced game. Short passes. Here an opportunity for Josephians once again if they manage to get a touch, but unfortunately no. The ball will move over. Goal kick for Henry's. Headed away with clueless direction. This time clearing things off, passing the halfway mark. Oh, unfortunate for St. Henry's College, slid through the artificial turf. Should be collected cleanly by the goalkeeper. He does so. Good goal kick. Sent right up front. Less work for the attackers. Inside the box now. Sends the ball. The goal is vacant, but unfortunately they didn't have players at the right wavelength and the positions to score that goal. The Josephian goalkeeper moved on to his right. There was a whole lot of space on the back of him onto the right side, but he missed the ball as well. But unfortunately, St. Henry's College, they were not positioned in the perfectly manner, and if they had, would have been that equalizer they were looking for. Golden opportunity created. Well, here's the replay. It was a brilliant goal kick by the goalkeeper. Put it right up front from the right side of the box. A nice cross through. There you go. The Josephian goalkeeper deflected off him. Those two players, they were not in the correct position. A little bit of pressure given back to St. Joseph's College. St. Henry's will be relieved with those chances created, but they need to make sure they score that goal fast. Now the ball back with Jaffna boys in the attacking half. Sends it up front. Good long range effort, but it will only reach the defender. Cleared away, but St. Henry's a close tussle for the ball. Sends it back. Good ball play. And a good call by the referee. Spotted it early. Free kick opportunity for St. Henry's now. These type of opportunities is what they were desperately looking for. They've been put into defense for most part of this half, inside this first 30 minutes. But right now they are fencing possession in their attacking half. So they need to capitalize on this. They need to retain possession just as the Josephians did. Opportunity here. And this time the ball is overturned. It will be a St. Joseph's College ball. They cannot give the possession they hardly earned. Need to keep the ball alive, keep passing, tease the defense. That's what St. Joseph's College is doing. They'll make sure that the defense is always on feet. Cleared away.
Last few minutes, Henrysians have been attacking well. They look to have gotten the pace of the game. A few chances coming their way, with Tarusha Rashmika having to make 2 saves. St. Henry's needs to be careful that they don't miss out on the opportunities that they create or given. That was the case against Jaffna Central College. They got a few chances early in the second half. They didn't put it in, and St. Peter's College punished them in the last 10 minutes to score 4 goals and won that match 6-4. Here's another ball up front. Here's Emil Ruben into the box. And another good covering tackle. Emil Ruben has been threatening time and time again on that right flank. The defense unable to clear that away. Here's Kamid Rupasinghe in acres of space trying to find Shanal Sandesh. Here's a good opportunity. An open goal. Desperate tackling inside the box, and number 11 with a header, and the rebound header straight at Tarusha Rashmika. The one before the last shot by Arul Joseph, number 11.
Hopefully we'll take a look at that again, that position. Beautifully created and executed by St. Henry's College, and that's what they exactly need to do. In this fast-paced game by the Josephians, to keep them hanging. These good signs of play by St. Henry's. We've been talking about this for some time, that they doesn't need to give up. Here's another chance from the left side. An open goal. And once again defended off very well. They're asking the question from the referees. So 2 times St. Joseph's College got out of jail. This game is an open arc. Here's St. Henry's once more in the attacking half now. Josephians capitalizing on the defense, clears things away. They were living dangerously for two possessions. Here's Sandesh beating the defense. Opportunity for St. Joseph's College, and defended very well once more by the goalkeeper. So both the goalkeepers from both the ends, they've been executing their job. Brilliant save once more. It was an open shot with lot of space for Shanal Sandesh, and with the form that he's in, that was a clear shot, and that could have been the second goal, but all credit to the goalkeeper. For that brilliant save to keep things at 1-0. Here comes the corner opportunity for the Josephians. Still living dangerously, St. Henry's College in their own half. It's been a wave of attack from the Josephians, but now things are going to be overturned. Here's St. Henry's building up momentum. It's a 1v1 play. But he falls short just in front of the box. Unfortunate for him. So good passage of play. The last three possessions, two golden opportunities created for St. Henry's College. Two brilliant saves by the defense of the Joes. And then on the attack once again, Shanal Sandesh unfortunately couldn't really get that finishing touch. Could have been the second goal, but once more, the two goalkeepers, all due credit for them. Here's the first one. The first possession where St. Henry's created that golden opportunity. The goal was left vacant as the goalkeeper came up front, and now look how good the defense is. And this was the 180-degree turn shot and a clear save by the goalkeeper. Very well done. He knew exactly when, at what time and where he needs to be positioned. This was the second opportunity. The goalkeeper missed it completely, but the defender making no mistake. Inusha Ruanka wearing the number 2 jersey. Here's Shanal Sandesh beating that defender from the right side of the box, beating him once again. 3 defenders beaten, and a shot at goal and a brilliant save by the goalkeeper. So those were the 3 possessions, and this is how St. Henry's fell short of another brilliant possession. So good, brilliant passage of play. 4 possessions, 2 equally divided onto the teams, and both the teams created golden opportunities. Unfortunately, they just couldn't finish things off. That just shows how competitive this game is and what type of football we can expect for the next few minutes and the entire of the second half.
Well, end-to-end football here at the Beddagana Football Complex. No shortage of entertainment in the last couple of minutes. St. Henry's College getting 3 or 4 opportunities, and then on the other end, Shanal Sandesh forcing a save from Ajit Rajan. Like I was saying, few opportunities, goal line clearances coming in from St. Joseph's College, and I think St. Henry's, I was saying that they've been getting a few opportunities, and they've been unable to put those away. We'll have to wait and see if those missed opportunities will come back to haunt them. We are into the 39th minute. Parkinath and Rexon, originally a centre back playing in midfield. A good ball in, and this time around they've taken full advantage of that chance, and they've equalized in the 39th minute. Brilliantly done, and brilliant play from Parkinath and Rexon to put that ball just over the defense. A clipped ball in, and by the looks of it was jersey number 14, Emil Ruben. A deserved goal, one would add. He has been a menace on that right wing in the last 10-15 minutes, and St. Henry's College equalize in the 39th minute, and much needed one for them just before half time.
What a game of football we have at hands here. St. Henry's, they were trying their luck from that position a couple of possessions ago, and Emil Ruben brings full value to whatever he has missed before, and Tanush Rashmika was committing that mistake for a few times. We'll get back to that. Here's Josephians back in the attack, looking for that second goal. A very good response from the Josephians. That just shows that second goal. Here's the replay. 3 defenders sent it off to the right side.
Good awareness from Kavinder Rupasinghe to look for options. Jonathan Thomas putting in across a brilliant ball into the far post, and Chalana Pramantha's a diving header just missing the target. Else it would have been another very well executed goal from the Josephians.
We are into the final 5 minutes of the first half, plus added injury time. There won't be a much added time because there was very minimal stops of play. So far it's been an even Stevens game here. Both the teams have played really well. St. Joseph's College early on dominated proceedings. They fancied more possession, scored that goal, Shanal Sandesh. And St. Henry's was put to defense up until probably the 30th minute of the game, and the final 10 minutes or so. St. Henry's have come back into the game with all their plans and all guns blazing. The new news for all our viewers: subscribe to watch live sports. It'll be coming soon on www.ThePapare.com. You'll have to spend 5 rupees a day to watch any game that you would prefer. All your favorite games exclusively on Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub. Subscription package coming soon on ThePapare.com. But the important thing to remind together with this is that half the revenue of this particular project will certainly go on to the development of the sport. We will be giving it to the schools or the clubs who will be playing those particular matches. So if you subscribe and watch a match, half that 5 rupees will certainly go and invested towards the development of sports in Sri Lanka, and it won't just be revenue added to ThePapare.com. So yes, we are on a mission to develop the quality of sports in Sri Lanka and share it with you. Corner opportunity here for St. Henry's, and this time Tarusha Rashmika collects it. The whistle goes off before. Got a player down. It's been a really good game of football at Beddagana Football Complex. It's the third quarter final of the ThePapare Football Championship 2019. It's the second consecutive time that ThePapare.com is powering this under-20 All-Ireland National Football Tournament. On your screen, wearing the white and the blue stripe, are the defending champions of this trophy. They went on to beat Hamid Al Hussein College last year at Sugatadasa Stadium in the final. This year, the runners-up, Hamid Al Hussein College, have already bid farewell to the tournament in the group stages. They've got last year's quarterfinalists, Zahra College, placing themselves in the semi-finals, so it's an open tournament. The defending champions are still in the hunt for their second title. Here's the Josephian attack in the looking for options from the left side. Here's Sandesh, being marked heavily by the defense. Be a corner opportunity. There were 2 defenders surrounding him, not giving any space for him to make a turn and get that cross in. St. Henry certainly would not want to concede another goal just before half-time. They've tried so much to gain possession, to build momentum, missing 2 opportunities, back-to-back opportunities just before they scored the goal. And finally, when Emil Ruben, who was wearing the number 14 jersey, scored the equalizer, they were quite relieved. Here comes the corner opportunity for Josephians, deflected off the hands of the goalkeeper, cleared away by the defense, but still living dangerously. The whistle goes, and that's half time here at the Beddagana Football Complex, the third quarter final of the ThePapare Football Championship 2019. And what an entertaining half it has been by both these teams. They have put on a great show, and we can expect much more in the second half, certainly with the fact that the scoreboard is equalized at 1-1. It was St. Joseph's College who scored first, and St. Henry's College came up with the equalizer in the final 15 minutes of the game. We will take a look at the first half highlights shortly. Shanal Sandesh was the first goal scorer. Here's St. Joseph's College starting things off. And that's Sandesh scoring the first goal, a 180-degree turn, taking the goalkeeper by surprise. capitalizing on the space that he had at the back. And right after that, for 10 minutes or so, it was St. Joseph's College who created opportunities and fancied more position in the attacking half. They didn't let St. Henry's College to build on momentum at all. There were a few half chances created, but nothing solid for the Jaffna lads to bank on. But inside the last 15 minutes is when the game really heated up and opened. Here's one opportunity St. Henry's created. And then St. Henry's clearly dominated proceedings and teased the defense of the defending champions. Once again cleared away by the goalkeepers. Even though both the teams have conceded one goal each, I think all due credit should go to both the goalkeepers from both ends. They've been doing a fantastic job. Tharusha Rashmika, 2 saves in quick succession. This was the second opportunity, second golden chance. The goalkeeper missed it, but Inusha Ruanka making no mistake in securing possession. Here's Shenal Sandesh beating 3 defenders. And another beautiful save by the goalkeeper for St. Henry's, making no mistake. And this was the possession right after, where St. Henry's fell short in the halfway. And this is the equalizer by Emil Ruben. Tharusha Rashmika making that mistake of coming forward and leaving a lot of space behind him, and defenders not being positioned evenly. St. Henry's capitalizing on it and scoring that equalizer will equalize the scoreboard and go into half-time 1-1, and be invited to stay locked and stay tuned on ThePapare.com, as we will be back with an exciting half of football as St. Joseph's College will take on St. Henry's for the third quarter-final of this championship, the Papare Football Championship 2019. Stay locked and stay tuned.
உங்கள் கிராமத்தில், உங்கள் நகரில், உங்கள் பிரதேசத்தில் உள்ள வீரர்கள் திறமையானவர்களா? அவளின் திறமைகளை நீங்கள் அறிந்து கொள்ள வேண்டுமா? தமிழ் பேசும் உங்களின் திறமைகளை உலகறியச் செய்யும் உங்களுக்கான யூடியூப் சேனல் www.youtube.com/thepapare
අපි කමිටුවක් පත් කරනවා. ඒ කමිටුවේ ප්‍රතිඵල ඔබතුමාලාට ළඟදිම ලැබෙන්න සලස්වනවා. තා මොනවාරි ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවද?
රුපියල් 5කින් මොනවද කරන්න පුළුවන්? රුපියල් 5කින් මොනවද කරන්න පුළුවන්?
5කින්
உங்கள் கிராமத்தில், உங்கள் நகரில், உங்கள் பிரதேசத்தில் உள்ள வீரர்கள் திறமையானவர்களா? அவளின் திறமைகளை நீங்கள் அறிந்து கொள்ள வேண்டுமா? தமிழ் பேசும் உங்களின் திறமைகளை உலகறியச் செய்யும் உங்களுக்கான யூடியூப் சேனல் www.youtube.com/ThePapare Tamil.
අපි කමිටුවක් පත් කරනවා. ඒ කමිටුවේ ප්‍රතිඵල ඔබතුමාලාට ළඟදිම ලැබෙන්න සලස්වනවා. තා මොනවාරි ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවද?
රුපියල් 5කින් මොනවද කරන්න පුළුවන්?
රුපියල් 5කින් මොනවද කරන්න පුළුවන්?
5කින්
Hello and welcome back once again. We are here at the Beddagana Football Complex for the third quarter final of the ThePapare Football Championship 2019 between St. Joseph's College and St. Henry's College. Deadlocked at 1-1 at half-time. You are watching Sri Lanka's number one sports hub, ThePapare.com. St. Henry's College in their all green will be attacking from left to right on your screen. St. Joseph's in their blue shirt and white shorts. St. Joseph's scored early inside the first 10 minutes. And in the 39th minute, it was St. Henry's College who equalized. They had the momentum going into half-time. Let's see what's in store for us in this second half. Most of the St. Henry's College attacks came from their right wing, with Emil Ruben causing havoc for St. Joseph's College. Here's Rexon. Good cross in. Well collected by Tarusha Rashmika.
Start of an exciting half here at the third quarter final of the ThePapare Football Championship 2019, as the score line is equalized. St. Joseph's College in attack now. This is Shanal Sandesh, the goal scorer. Tackled off by the defense. Just as they did in the first half, they would want to score that second goal as early as possible. and then just tighten their defense. Here's an opportunity for them onto the left side of the goal, just on the edge of the box, goes into the middle. Cleared away by St. Henry's College. Good defensive play by them, but the ball has been overturned, or well, just crosses the white line. Unfortunate for the Josephians, possession overturned. Defense has been brought forward up front, deep down. Oh, we have a St. Henry's player down. Cramping up with the conditions. The referee also has had a change of colors. That's how hot it's out there. With this artificially laid surface. A quick reminder about our YouTube channel. If your friend just missed out on the first half action of this match, you can simply tell him to subscribe to our YouTube channel, because the highlight and the replay will be up right after the match. And the only place to watch all the replays, highlights of all the exciting games across the country, Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub. Simply click the bell icon on our YouTube channel, www.youtube.com/ThePapare official, the URL which is displayed on your screen right now, and be a part to watch those replays and highlights just as they are released and premiered. You will receive a notification to your phone, so you won't miss anything at all. So simply click and subscribe and be a part of the sporting extravaganza of Sri Lanka. Now it's in the attacking half for St. Henry's, but cleared away by the Josephian defense, but they will have the throw-in opportunity, so they're retaining possession. This was the exact style of play Josephians launched in the first half, but a shot at goal which went away, drifted apart onto the right side of the goal post. Not much harm and trouble for the defenders. Goal kick opportunity for the Josephians. Hirusha Ruanka taking that opportunity, doesn't meet the halfway mark, as both the teams contest and won ultimately by St. Henry's College. Good chase for the ball. Unfortunately, the flag goes up. So it's anybody's game to take home now, and you've got another 45 minutes or so in this half. And if either of the teams fail to score a goal at the end of 90 minutes, we will be going for a penalty shootout. So nothing but excitement awaits in this game. A long throw-in effort from St. Henry's and a good defense. Even though he was tackled and the foul was called, two defenders just made sure the offensive player was stuck in between them. Completely halted the possession. It's the goal scorer from the first half, wearing the number 14 jersey, Emil Ruben. Free kick opportunity for the Josephians from their own half. Sends it up front, but the defense was set. Close tussle for the ball. St. Joseph's College trying to build up momentum, once again overturned by St. Henry's. They're playing a far more fast-paced game in comparison to the first half. Collected by the goalkeeper. Chanal Sandesh is positioning himself, waiting for that ball to come to him like a hungry little bear, looking for that goal, the second one, to put his side on the lead. A quick throw-in opportunity here for St. Henry's. We'll see. Well, they opt to the middle of the field. And look how quickly the defense arrived from St. Joseph's. So good defensive ploy here once more. They're not going to let the Jaffna lads settle in. Certainly not. Free kick opportunity for the lads dressed in white and blue stripes. St. Henry's once again clearing things off and puts it up front. It's a open goal, and will it be cleared away? Yes, the defense does well. It was left open once more by Tarush Rashmika. He came dashing up front and he completely misjudged the ball. And unfortunately for St. Henry's, it was not in the correct arc, or else it will be a tough ask for the Josephian defenders. There was a costly mistake and they were fortunate enough that the ball just didn't roll over. There you go. The goalkeeper completely missing it. And Sachit Satsara, fortunately he was just in par with the ball to get that touch and to clear things off. St. Joseph's College living dangerously, and a good opportunity created by St. Henry's. They've approached this half in a very formidable manner. They started off attacking and they've been attacking since then. Good ball play by St. Henry's. And the news from Jaffna is that at half-time St. Patrick's College are leading that game. Another chance here for St. Henry's. Cleared away. Well, getting back to the update from Jaffna, St. Patrick's are leading the game against Al-Aqsa Kenya 1-0 at half-time. That's the final quarter-final happening in Jaffna. Unfortunately, we are not able to bring the pictures live to you. So Zaire College and St. Peter's College have already set themselves in the semi-final stage, and we have two cracking games of football happening today, one in Colombo and one in Jaffna. The one in Colombo is yet to be decided and excitement awaits, while St. Patrick's is leading 1-0 in Jaffna. So we'll see at the end of 90 minutes who are the two teams who will be matched up against the Zahirians and the Peterites. It's been an eventful start for the second half. Inside the first 10 minutes of this half. Here St. Joseph's College once again on the left side looking for that cross, and the defense does well. Be a corner opportunity. A much needed one after that costly mistake, which was fortunately saved at the last moment by the defense of St. Joseph's College. They would want to capitalize on this set piece opportunity. The defenders are ready from St. Henry's College. They've positioned themselves right in front, guarding all corners of the goal post. In comes the corner kick, straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. No mistake done. It was a good header, but the goalkeeper made no mistake, and a brilliant goal kick in return as well. St. Henry's College, long range effort to secure territory. And a good ball into the box. Once again, Tarush Rashmika taking a risk and coming forward, but managing to hold on to that ball. With the aid of his defenders, it was another good opportunity for St. Henry's. Here's the rebound position. Still living dangerously. If you go back to the first goal that was scored by St. Henry's as well, it commenced off a brilliant goal kick by the goalkeeper. Even here, he gains territory for his players and they have capitalized it so well. It's a good passage of play by the Jaffna lads. They're exerting pressure on the defending champions, and that's what they exactly need to do. A firm shot at goal and a beautiful save by Tarusha Rashmika once more. He's been tested by St. Henry's in the second half and tested at his best. And he has overcome all those. He seems to be in pain. That was a very powerful shot by the St. Henry's College. It should have arrived at him with so much pace. But all due credit to the lad wearing the number 30 jersey, assuming goalkeeping duties for the defending champions today, Tarusha Rashmika. Oh, it hit him right on his body. We'll take a look at the 3 possessions created, the last 3. Here's Tarusha Rashmika leaving, and this was one opportunity that they could have scored, but they were lucky enough that Sachit Satsara cleared things off. Here's the long range effort that falls right into the middle of the box. And once again, Tarusha Rashmika making sure that he holds on to that ball even though he is up front and the goal is left vacant. Here's the final one, a powerful shot from the edge of the box straight on to Tarusha Rashmika. Another clean save by the lad. Does well to keep the score 1-1. So it's an exciting game of football, and both the goalkeepers have done really well apart from conceding a goal each. And since then they've really upped their game, so all due credit for them. Free kick opportunity for the Josephians to get back on the attack and pose a strong reply for that wave of attack by St. Henry's at the start of this half. Their mentality and their psychological approach to this game, rather this half, has been brilliant. They've certainly created a threat for the defending champions. A slight delay in play. The referee is inquiring something, making sure that everything is in place before the start. And the whistle goes off. Here's the free kick taken. A long range effort that falls right onto the edge of the box for the Josephians to capitalize. Here's Shinal. He was marked by 3 defenders. There's not much space remaining for him, so he needs to make sure, well, the others needs to make sure that they come up and help Shinal Sandesh. With the experience and with being the caliber of player he is, he will certainly be marked by the defense, so the rest of the players need to cramp up. Opportunity once again for St. Henry's, cleared away by the defense that time successfully. Stops another wave of attack. So far, St. Henry's have been enjoying much possession in this half. A high ball that would fall on to the other side. Open space for St. Joseph's. Clears away, puts it up front. Intercepted by the defense once again. Good play by St. Henry's. Beats the defender. But St. Joseph's College once again does well to keep things calm. Still living dangerously, though the ball is live in the attacking half for the Jaffna lads. It's on the far left. Sends it back, good ball play, but this time it will be intercepted by St. Joseph's College. Attacking from the right. Beautiful through ball to Senal Sandesh. Just didn't have space to get that ball and to create a shot at goal. Cleared away by the defense, but good opportunity created. On the edge of the box, the defense arrives. A good sliding tackle by Sachit Satsara that time, not letting St. Henry's lads to build up possession. 61 minutes into the game. What entertaining second half it has been. Both the teams have equally approached this game with so much intense Especially the goalkeepers have been tested from both the ends, and they've been doing brilliantly well so far. But even though the same intent is showcased from both the sides, St. Henry's needs to be commended. It's been them who've enjoyed so much possession in the second half. Jaffna Central College versus St. John's College, 114th Battle of the North. Be live and exclusive on www.thepapare.com on the 5th and 7th March. Cross opportunity up for St. Henry's College. Inside the box, living dangerously. Josephians clear things off. Another crucial save by St. Joseph's College. Oh, missed out on it. Missed out on it, St. Joseph's College. In the reply, and a yellow card offense for Saturshan of St. Henry's College. It was a crunching tackle for Shinal Sandesh. We were talking about the 114th Battle of the North when everything was happening here at Beddagana Football Complex. It will come to you live on the 5th and 7th of March. The second fixture of the March Madness 2020. After the big match between Isipatana College and Thurston, which is due to commence on the last week of February. So all the fans in Jaffna, all the old boys and the followers of St. John's College and Jaffna Central College, for the 4th consecutive time, ThePapare.com is going to connect Jaffna to the world. As we will be bringing the live pictures as it happens from Jaffna Central College grounds, the 114th Battle of the North. We invite you to stay tuned and stay logged and catch the experience. It's a wonderful one. Here's the free kick opportunity. Not the best of the kicks for St. Joseph's College after that pressure being applied heavily upon their shoulders. They need to create a few chances, ease off that pressure and test the defense. They need to put St. Henry's into defense. They've not been able to do that so far, just as they did in the first half. And that's where St. Henry's have created the difference. They've overturned the tables and they've overturned the roles. And that's where the pressure has been created. A good circle of defense blocking the way, but St. Henry's a long-range effort, but not in the correct arc. Goal kick opportunity for St. Joseph's College here. A good goal kick meeting the halfway mark, but it will be intercepted in the middle by St. Henry's College. But once again the ball is overturned. Shinal Sandesh trying all his moves to go past those defenders, but well, St. Henry's gets a better of it. Sends it back into the attacking half for St. Joseph's College. They're looking for options. They need men around. On to the right side of the box. And once again the defense does well. Cleared away, but still it's an opportunity for them. And a good defensive tackle there by Saturshan, who was guilty of a yellow card offense a couple of possessions earlier. It'll be a free kick opportunity for St. Joseph's College. The defense has been a bit challenging and tight from St. Henry's. They're desperately looking for that second goal. Or else at the end of 90 minutes, it'll be a penalty shootout under pressure for both the sides. So both these teams would certainly look on to score that extra goal and complete the 90 minutes as the winning side. They wouldn't want to go and just look at one side and wait for 5 shots to go in the goal. Free kick opportunity taken and deflected off the defensive wall of St. Henry's. But in an attacking area. Comes the cross for St. Joseph's College, and once again the goalkeeper comes through for the Jaffna lads. Rising high up with a jump, collecting the ball cleanly. In comes the goal kick onto the left side, passing the halfway mark, a brilliant one. But unfortunately that time he didn't really get it onto the correct side. A quick throw in by St. Henry's College. Long range effort into the box. Tarusha Rashmika leaving the goalpost vacant once more. This time both the players collide. Both of them down on the field. Good effort by Rashmika once again. He doesn't want the attacker to set himself. That was Emil Ruben, the goal scorer from the first half, who tried to test his luck once more. Definitely Rashmika should be in pain. Here's the replay of what happened. A good long-range effort through ball by St. Henry's College to Emil Ruben, who was positioned exactly. A little touch onto the left could have been a goal, but because Tarusha Rashmika nudged forward and left the backside open, but unfortunately both the players collided on each other. Be an opportunity for Josephians to reply back for this strong offensive attack by St. Henry's College. Now on to the left side, a little bit too much. The power is a bit too much on that ball. Here's Sandesh on the edge of the box looking for options. Inside the box, chance here. Scores the second goal, Shenal Sandesh. That's the 7th goal for him in this championship, and he comes live for St. Joseph's College. He was trying his luck from there. St. Henry's dominated proceedings from the get-go in the second half. Here's the replay on the edge of the box, beating two defenders. Sends for a quick short pass, gets the ball back and opts the shot. And perfectly hitting that corner off the goal. Shenal Sandesh bringing the second goal, and St. Joseph's College put back into lead.
Wonderfully executed goal there. Good understanding between Shenal Sandesh and Kavinder Rupasinghe. But here's St. Henry's once again on the attacking end. Game is not finished as yet. 20 minutes to go. That goal came against the run of play for St. Joseph's College. But they wouldn't mind that. But here's Shenal Sandesh once again. He has support on the left. Shenal Sandesh still going. He has Kavinder Rupasinghe on the left. Puts the cross in. Nobody there. But on the other end at the far post, the Josephian player was not able to get hold of it. End-to-end stuff here, the Beddagana football complex. Entertaining football from both sides. Kavinder Rupasinghe soon after he put that ball in, down with cramps.
A quick reminder about the Viv app, Sri Lanka's largest video collection with zero data charges for all Dialog customers. You can simply download it if you're an Android user on the Android App Store on Google Play. If you're an iOS user on the Apple App Store, the Viv app, largest video collection of Sri Lanka. And the most important factor to remember is that you will not incur a data charge if you're a Dialog customer. So you can simply subscribe and watch movies, live TV, and all the replays of the sporting fixtures that are live streamed by ThePapare.com, and both Sinhala Tamil movies, English movies, everything in one stop shop. The largest video collection presented by Dialog Asiata PLC exclusively for Dialog customers. Zero data charges. Download it today and enjoy unlimited video. Games back on. Well, it was an entertaining start by St. Henry's College. They fancied much possession, but the reply from St. Joseph's is what you see on the scoreline. It's 2-1. They're leading this game now. So St. Henry's, they will need to get on with the attack once more. A long-range effort straight into the... Oh, well. For a moment, the ball disappeared all over. We got Tharusha Rashmika down once again. The ball hit him quite hard. Was a good, powerful kick from the halfway mark onto the box. And St. Henry's had players positioned. Here's the free kick opportunity, the replay. It hits Sunday. It rather hits Rashmika, and then deflects off up air and falls beyond the goal post. You've got two players from St. Joseph's down on the ground. Tharusha Rashmika would have saved probably two or more prospective goals, which was perfectly set up by St. Henry's College. So all due credit to that lad wearing the number 30 jersey in purple on your screen right now onto the far left. He's been brilliant today, brilliant at his job. And Shenal Sandesh leading the top goal scorers list of the ThePapare Football Championship 2019 with 7 goals. 2 goals today for him, 3 hat-trick goal opportunity against Kingswood. So he's picked up at the right time for the defending champions. It's been an entertaining game of football. The second consecutive time ThePapare.com is powering this under-20 All-Island National Football Championship. You can also follow ThePapare.com on our social media channels: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. The top 4, we've got it covered. All instant updates are updated on Instagram. And you can catch the replays and the highlights on YouTube. You can simply click this bell icon and subscribe so that you will get all the notifications right onto your mobile screen when a video is live and premiered. So you won't miss anything, any action, any replay, any highlight that's uploaded by us. You can watch it as it is uploaded. Digitalizing Sri Lankan sports. Been in service for 10 years. It's the 11th year in operation. ThePapare.com, leader in Sri Lanka sports. And March Madness is also around the corner for everybody. It's been a busy couple of months for us, prepping ourselves to connect Sri Lanka to the globe as they go ahead with the most entertaining sporting fixtures of the year, the Sri Lankan big matches, the schools' traditional fixtures. As we've done before for the 4 consecutive years, this time also we will connect Jaffna, Kandy, Colombo, Kurunagala, Matara, Gaul, Morotua, all the cities, all the traditional fixtures that's happening will be streamed live and exclusive. 20 plus big matches and one-day encounters this time in the list for all our fans. And the new news is that there'll be a subscription model in place And the happy news is that a certain percentage of that subscription revenue will be donated for the schools in aid of development of sports. So don't be afraid. Go ahead and subscribe. We have Sachit Satsara, who's wearing the number 4 jersey, back on the field as the corner opportunity from St. Henry's College goes begging. Sachit Satsara was, you couldn't stay injured. He's back on the field. He was down on the ground after that long-range, powerful effort by St. Henry's in the earlier possession. But he's back on the field, so good signs. His defense has been brilliant today. He saved one certain goal in the first half. Here's another opportunity for the Josephians. Comes the cross, open goal, and that's a third one. St. Joseph's College getting onto their dancing shoes. Exactly what they needed as defending champions. Here's the replay. Chalana Brahmanta from the left side puts the cross in. A perfectly set up play for Milinda Bimsara. And that's the third goal. Now St. Henry's, they are down 3-1. And what a comeback play by the Josephians after being dominated in the first 20 minutes of the second half. They were completely taken away. St. Henry's was right on attack, creating waves after waves of offensive possessions and testing the defense. The only man who stood tall, the goalkeeper, Tharusha Rashmika. And his efforts have been brought into full value on the other end by Bimsara and Shinal Sandesh, who scored one goal each in the second half and put St. Joseph's College onto the lead by 2 goals, by a 2-goal difference. Another yellow card offence here by St. Henry's College. So that's the second yellow card of the match, both awarded for the lads in Jaffna. Half-time update from Jaffna is that St. Patrick's College is leading the game against St. Al-Aqsa College Kenya. Here's what happened for the yellow card offence. And another free kick opportunity here for St. Joseph's College. They have not fancied much possession in the second half, but they've utilized the only possession that they got, that they received, and that's how they were able to score both these goals. So good football play here by St. Joseph's College. Once again, just outside the box. So we are into the final 10 minutes of play here at Beddagana Football Complex, as Josephians lead this game with a 2-goal difference, 3-1. This was the time when St. Peter's came back into the game and scored 4 goals to win the game against Jaffna Central College. So don't leave anything out. St. Henry's still has 10 minutes and added injury time upon their hands. And that's the third yellow card. Should be a red card. They're arguing with the referee. That is Saturshan, who was wearing the number 4 jersey for St. Henry's College. Referee having a word with the assistant referee.
Well, there was a confusion as to who should get that yellow card, because jersey number 4, that is Saturshan, was already on a yellow card. Referee almost getting it mixed up, but I think the correct decision was made. Here's Shanal Sandesh towards the far post. Just going over. St. Henry's needing a comeback, but almost St. Joseph's getting that fourth goal. St. Henry's needing a comeback like what St. Peter's did against Jaffna Central on this very same ground. St. Peter's scored 4 goals in the last 10 minutes to come from a 4-2 down. That's the replay. Completely upending. Milinda Bimsara, the goal scorer. St. Henry's College had the momentum coming into the second half. They did well the final 15 to 20 minutes of that first half to equalize, and then had a good another 15 to 20 minutes, but they weren't able to take advantage of the opportunities they created. That's what has come back to haunt them. They had a few in the first half as well. A bit of argy-bargy. Tempers just starting to boil over. Bit of time lost, and certainly referee will have to add a bit more injury time into this second half. St. Joseph's comfortably leading 3-1, courtesy of 2 goals from Shanal Sandesh, who sits on top of the goal scorers list with 7, 2 ahead of the next best in Mohammad Akib from St. Zahira College. And another goal from Milinda Bimsara. St. Henry's needs to act fast. They only have another 4 minutes. Here's Marinis and Prasant. Bad pass. They could ill afford to do those. Time is precious. They need to stick in those passes quite rapidly. Shot on the turn, desperation from Marinis and Prashant, the highest goal scorer for St. Henry's College. He's at 2 goals. Here's a good cross in from the left, headed back out. Defense has been solid for St. Joseph's, even though they had a few heart in the mouth moments. Parkinathan Rexon, the skipper, has been excellent for St. Henry's College in midfield, but here's Shana Sandesh searching for his hat-trick, and that's it. Shana Sandesh makes it 4-1 for St. Joseph's College, and certainly that's that for the Josephians, booking their place in the semi-final of the ThePapare Football Championship 2019. Goal in the 89th puts the game to bed. Bad defensive work on that occasion, and Sana Sandesh with his pace and a deft touch with the outside of his boot past Ajit Rajan, I beg your pardon, and towards the far post. A cool and calm finish to make it 8 for Shana Sandesh. Brilliantly done, and all 8 of his goals has come in the last 3 games. What a turnaround here for St. Joseph's College. 2 games back, they looked like they wouldn't qualify for the quarterfinals. But after 80 minutes of play, they've managed to defeat Jaffna Central College up in Jaffna 2-1. And Kingswood College up in Kandy 4-1. And here on, after another 90 minutes of play, they are leading 4-1 against St. Henry's College, and certainly we've talked about the momentum and the mental stability of the players coming into this match, and certainly it has paid off for them, isn't it, Lenu?
Indeed, Shanal Sandesh to score those goals in the match after dominating performance from St. Henry's at the start of the second half, and to become and to really go on and score 2 goals in this half. You really need to be very much stable in your mental aspect, and that's what he has done. Perfect example and a perfect play by Shana Sandesh. All due credit, but I wouldn't leave the goalkeeper Tanusha Rashmida out of the story also. Some brilliant saves by him. A couple of prospective goals were definitely saved and halted by Rashmika. Brilliant efforts in the goal, and all those efforts have brought into full value by Rashmika at the other end with his talent. Beautiful team play all in all by St. Joseph's College. They were tested in their defense. They had pressure at the start of the second half. St. Henry's College, after equalizing the game at the dying minutes of the first half, commenced the game in a very high intense manner.
And here's St. Joseph's College taking off 2 of their men who was brilliant, and special mention of Shanal Sandesh, who scored a hat-trick, and him along with Dumindu Dilshan comes off.
Well, the 90 minutes have been completed on the referee's clock. It's added time in play here. St. Henry's, there's nothing much they can do as the whistle goes off. That's full time, ladies and gentlemen. St. Joseph's College, the defending champions, will place themselves alongside Zahira College and St. Peter's College in the semi-final stage of the ThePapare Football Championship 2019 and live another day to defend their title. What a worthy performance and an entertaining game of football here at the Beddagana Football Complex. 3 for Sandesh, 1 for Bimsara. Brilliant saves by Rashmika and a complete team performance by the Dali Road boys. That's the full-time score on your screen right now. St. Joseph's College 4-1. The first one was scored by Shinal Sandesh in the first half. It was equalized by St. Henry's in the dying minutes of the first half, and both the teams stepped into this match, stepped into the second half rather, with an equal scoreboard. We'll take a look at the second half highlights shortly. It was an entertaining second half where for most part of the time St. Henry's was dominating, creating wave after wave, testing the defense of St. Joseph's College, testing Tharosha Rashmika. Both the goalkeepers were brilliant, and unfortunately for St. Henry's College, the final 3 goals from St. Joseph's College, it was a bit hard to keep away. Brilliant offensive performance. The point to note is that St. Henry's College dominated the second half. We've been saying that, but St. Joseph's College, in the little chances they had, in reply, they capitalized on them. They didn't look to change their game overall and capture, or rather hold on to a lot of possessions. They made sure the little chances they had, they will capitalize on that. That's Sachit Satsara, who came up with a brilliant save. And Tharosha Rashmika once again in his heroics. This is what we've spoken about. Powerful shot once more by St. Henry's College. Right after those possessions, St. Henry's didn't actually go on to make opportunities or to create opportunities in the offensive attack. And that was rather the difference in the game when pressure was exerted. Here's Shinal Sandesh. That was the second goal of the match. Beautiful ball play by him, together with Kavinder Rupasinghe. And this was the third goal. A brilliant cross in for open space, and Milinda Bimsara wearing the number 19 jersey, making no mistake in scoring the third goal. And once again Sandesh from the left side beating the defenders and beating the goalkeeper onto the far right. A brilliant goal. That's the fourth and the final goal by St. Joseph's College. So yes, as we were saying, it was a dominant performance by St. Henry's, but St. Joseph's handled pressure well, and that's the difference between the two teams. So as we conclude proceedings here at Beddagana Football Complex, 3 teams have placed themselves in the semi-final stage. The final quarter-final is happening in Jaffna. Currently St. Patrick's College is taking on Al-Aqsa College in Kenya. The match is still going on. Hopefully by the end of the night you'll know the 4 schools who've qualified for the semi-finals so far. It's St. Peter's College who went on to beat Jaffna Central College 6-4 in the first quarter-final. Yesterday, Zahira College went on to beat Dimasnon College 3-0 in the second quarter-final at Kalnia Football Complex. And today, the defending champions, the Dali Road lads, St. Joseph's College Colombo, went on to beat St. Henry's College Jaffna. St. Henry's College Jaffna 4-1 here at the third quarter-final. And hopefully we'll have a week's break before the semi-finals begin, and then together with the semi-finals will be the grand finale of the second ThePapare Football Championship 2019. It's the second time that ThePapare.com has powered these under-20 All-Island Schools Football Championship. And what a day and what a performance here by the Josephians. As we close out the game, Shinal Sandesh tops the goal scorers list with 8 goals in this championship. And the update from Jaffna is St. Patrick's is leading the match 2-0 against Al-Aqsa College in Kenya, and the match is still going on. So most probably if St. Patrick's goes on to win, It will be St. Patrick's, St. Joseph's, St. Peter's and Zahira in the semi-finals, but we are yet to know as this match in Jaffna is currently ongoing. That's the final update that we can get to you from Jaffna. We invite you to stay logged and stay tuned on www.ThePapare.com as the final scores scores will be updated. That's St. Joseph's College, the winners and the defending champions on your screen right now. And another important news for the Peterite fans and the Josephian fans is that the semi-final will be matched up against them. It will be a Joe Pete. St. Joseph's College will play St. Peter's College in the first semi-final of the ThePapare Football Championship 2019. And it's Zahira College who's placed themselves in the second semi-final, and we are yet to know who will be the other party who will join Zahira College in the semi-final. So Joes will take on St. Peter's in the first semi-final after a week's break, and Zahira College will take on the winner of St. Patrick's versus Al-Aqsa College. The match is currently ongoing, and we'll conclude proceedings here from Beddagana Football Complex. We'll meet you back at the semi-final stage of the ThePapare Football Championship 2019. Lelu Mem signing off together with Navodvicha Vikrama, production and technical team of ThePapare.com. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, keep shine the passion together with Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub. Have a good night.